Hey everyone, we're here in South Africa, and in this video, we're going to show you the perfect road trip through the west of the country.
It's a very off-the-beaten-path route that starts and finishes in Cape Town, so I hope you enjoy it.
From its vibrant mix of cultures to its breathtaking flora and fauna, South Africa never ceases to amaze. Having visited the country twice before, we were in search of something different. We settled on a remote route through the rugged Western and Northern Cape, stretching to the frontiers of Namibia and Botswana. In this video, we'll share our ultimate 2 to 3 week road trip itinerary. This off-the-beaten-path route covers over 2,000 kilometers or 1,250 miles. Now let's dive in. We are Zach and Ina. We make helpful videos about destinations around the world so you can easily plan your own adventures. Our journey begins in Cape Town. As a major international hub, it's the easiest place to start your South African adventure. We picked up our high-clearance vehicle directly from the airport. The clearance was non-negotiable due to the rugged terrain we would inevitably face on this trip. Cape Town is also a great place to stock up on supplies before hitting the remote stretches of the Northern Cape. We recommend spending at least a few days soaking up the city's energy. You can hike Table Mountain for panoramic views, explore the V&A waterfront, eat your way through food markets during the weekend, relax on the beautiful beaches of Clifton and Camps Bay, and catch a sunset from Lion's Head. You should also budget one of your days to do the scenic Chapman's Peak Drive, as well as the Cape Point Nature Reserve and Simonstown, where you can find an African penguin colony at Boulders Beach. Having spent nearly 2 months here, we've put together a dedicated Cape Town video on our channel as well, so be sure to check that out for a deeper dive. After leaving Cape Town, it's an easy 1.5-hour drive north to our first major stop. If you take the coastal route, you'll pass through the West Coast National Park. This is a haven for bird watchers, featuring several hides where you can spot flamingos. The park also boasts viewpoints and pristine beaches that are worth the entry fee. If you're looking to save time, you can bypass the national park by continuing on the R27 toward Langebaan. This town is famous for its stunning turquoise lagoon, which is the jewel of the western coast in South Africa. The lagoon is a playground for kite surfers, but if you're looking to go swimming or just chill on the beach, Shark Bay is our personal favorite for its shallow and crystal clear waters. For the best view of the lagoon from above, head to Stompnoose Lookout right at the edge of town. Just 30 minutes further to the northeast, the landscape shifts as you make your way to Paternoster. This is one of South Africa's oldest fishing villages, where you can spend the afternoon wandering between whitewashed cottages and local boutiques. Also make sure to sit down for some of the freshest seafood in the country at one of its many world-class restaurants. From the coast, we head inland toward the Cape Winelands to discover the historic town of Tulbagh, which is a true hidden gem. Walking down Church Street feels like stepping back in time, as it boasts the highest concentration of national monuments in the country. The town sits in a natural bowl that's created by 3 towering mountain ranges. This makes for a unique microclimate that's perfect for producing amazing olives and wine. You'll find some incredible estates tucked away here. This includes places like Stellenbosch, which is famous for its award-winning Shiraz, as well as Krona at Tweejonge Gazelle, known for its sophisticated sparkling wines. To dial up the adventure a little, we decided to rent bikes and pedal between the wineries. You can find a link to the company that we booked our bikes with in the description below this video. Continuing north, the landscape transforms into the jagged sandstone of the Cederberg Mountains. After about an hour of driving, the asphalt gives way to gravel, marking your entry into the Cederberg Wilderness area. Here, you can find a profound sense of solitude, where the silence is as vast as the terrain. Two of the most popular hikes are the Wolfberg Arch and the Maltese Cross, though keep in mind that you'll need a group of at least 3 people to secure a permit. If you're looking for something more relaxed, but equally breathtaking, explore the Stadsaal Caves. These ancient rock formations house incredible sawn rock art. You'll need to grab a permit from the nearby Matjes Rivier office before heading in. We spent the night at Mount Cedar and explored their local trails as well. We didn't encounter a single soul the entire time. The journey toward Clan William takes you right through the heart of the range. When we visited this area, a recent fire had closed the trails north of Wolfberg, which is usually famous for its hidden rock pools and waterfalls. So definitely check the trail status prior to your trip. Since it's a rugged 2-hour drive from the south to Clan William, we recommend spreading your stay across a few different spots to truly experience the Cederberg. From Clan William, it's a short 45-minute drive back to the west coast. Our first destination is Lambert's Bay, a town famous for Bird Island. Here, you can stand just meters away from a massive colony of Cape gannets, watching their incredible displays from the safety of the lookout. Nearby, Mosboskurum offers one of the most authentic seafood experiences in the country. It's an open-air feast right on the beach. However, they don't operate daily, so be sure to check their schedule ahead of time. Moving slightly inland to the Olifants River Valley, Vredendal is the heart of South Africa's Cool Coast wine region. It's fascinating to see these massive vineyards thrive in such a rugged, semi-arid landscape. A highlight is Friars Cove in nearby Doringby, a winery that's uniquely housed in an old fish factory right on the jetty. We spent the night back in Vredendal, getting a good night's rest before tackling the long haul further north.
Hey everyone, we hope you've been enjoying this video so far.
And if you're planning your own trip to South Africa, we've made an interactive travel guide that's going to complement everything you've been seeing perfectly.
We poured our hearts, hours of research, and 6 months of travel into creating this interactive guide, and it's all available in an easy-to-use app. Think of it as your ultimate road trip companion right there on your phone. It's got everything. All the must-see spots, pre-designed itineraries to save you time, and all the essential links you'll need, making planning a breeze. You can grab it via the QR code or the link in the description below the video. Now let's get back to our Western road trip. Day 12 brings you into the vast, untamed stretches of the Northern Cape. It's a long haul to Augrabies Falls National Park, so this is the day to double check your supplies and top off your gas tank. Known by the Khoi people as the place of great noise, Augrabies is where the mighty Orange River thunders through a massive granite gorge. You can easily spend a full day inside the national park, where you can wander the boardwalks to the primary viewpoints or drive deeper into the rugged backcountry.
This park is more than just the waterfalls. It also has animals like this giraffe right behind me.
Just across the river lies the raw wilderness of Riemvasmaak. The highlight here is undoubtedly the natural hot springs, which are tucked away at the bottom of a dramatic canyon. Surrounded by towering red desert rock, the landscape feels prehistoric and incredibly remote. For our stay in this region, we settled in at Kamkiri Lodge, right on the banks of the Orange River. There's nothing quite like ending a day in the desert with a traditional braai while watching the sky catch fire at sunset. Spanning the border of South Africa and Botswana, the Kgalagadi is a land of red dunes and dry riverbeds. It's particularly renowned for its big cat population, ranging from black maned lions to leopards and cheetahs. This section is the pinnacle of the trip. You'll enter the park at the Two Rivers Camp, which serves as the main hub for check-ins and immigration. We spent our first night here before venturing toward the Mata Mata rest camp on the Namibian border. The drive along the Awab River was definitely a highlight for us. We lost count of the number of lions, giraffes, and cheetahs we spotted along the way. Alternatively, you can follow the Nosab River to the rest camp on the Botswana border. For our last night, we made our way back to the Two Rivers Camp. Make sure to check out the Interpretation Center here if you want to learn more about the indigenous people of the area. We actually bought a bracelet from one of the locals at a pop-up shop on our way out of the park, which ended up being one of our favorite souvenirs from South Africa. Logistically, this park is where your high-clearance vehicle becomes essential. The sandy tracks are well maintained, but you'll need to deflate your car's tires down to about 1.6 bars before heading into the dunes. You can do this at the Two Rivers gas station. Just make sure to reinflate your tires before exiting the park back onto the main roads. The road to Calvinia is a long, straight haul through the vast barren desert. To break up the drive, we recommend taking a few stops. For instance, you could stop for a lunch and tasting at Orange River Cellars in Uppington to sample some of the region's local wines. Calvinia itself is a quirky town and the official gateway to the Tankwa Karoo. We spent a night here catching a beautiful sunset from the Akarendam Nature Reserve, which sits right on the edge of town. From here, you descend into the Tankwa Karoo, which is the most arid region in all of South Africa. Getting there is an adventure in itself, as you'll have to conquer the infamous R355 road. It's nicknamed the Tire Shredder, thanks to its vast amounts of sharp shale rocks, so you'll want to be prepared.
We just started driving the famous roads and we've come prepared because we got this tire fix kit at the gas station and we also lowered the pressure in our tires, but I'll put a few extra tips here on the screen for you so you can navigate the road safely.
Once you've survived the road, you're rewarded with a world of total silence and profound solitude. It's a place of vast horizons and starkly beautiful landscapes. If you want to dive into some local culture, make sure to stop at one of the pod stalls before heading to your camp. The decorations in these places are one of a kind, and the cold drinks are super refreshing. We met up with a couple of our friends here and spent the night at the Tankwa tented camp, ending our day with a lekker braai and a starlit sky.
Welcome to Tankwa tented camp.
Pushing on towards Stellenbosch, we had to conquer one last stretch of gravel towards Ceres. And let's just say, the road definitely lived up to its tire shredder nickname one last time before we finally hit the smooth asphalt. Unfortunately, the sharp rocks got the best of our friend's car. The first flat tire was pretty easy to fix since they had a spare in the trunk. But the second flat required an air compressor as well as the trusty tire fix kit, and some help from a friendly local passing by. And after those minor hiccups, we made it to our last stop of the trip, Stellenbosch. This is the second oldest town in South Africa and the undisputed heart of the country's wine industry. With hundreds of world-class estates surrounding the town, you're really spoiled for choice when it comes to tastings and gourmet dining. But there's much more to this region than wine. The nearby Jonkershoek Nature Reserve is a paradise for hikers and mountain bikers. We also climbed up to the Second Cross, which sits right above Stellenbosch University. This trail offers breathtaking panoramic views of the entire valley. Back in town, you'll find a vibrant youthful energy and oak-lined streets filled with boutique shops and cozy cafes. If you're looking for a deeper dive into this region, we have a full video about the Cape Winelands, which includes everything you need to know before you go. From Stellenbosch, it's a quick and straightforward drive back to Cape Town International Airport, marking the end of an unforgettable loop through the hidden corners of the Cape. Before you head out on your own road trip, we have a few essential travel tips to make sure everything goes as smooth as possible. First, let's talk about your vehicle. You can't do this route in a standard sedan. At an absolute minimum, you'll need something with high clearance to navigate the sandy sections of the Kgalagadi. It would also help with the dirt sections in Riemvasmaak and the shale in the Tankwa Karoo. If you're planning on camping, a 4x4 with a rooftop tent is the gold standard for this terrain. We've put a link in the description below this video for the rental that we used. You should also be aware of the road conditions along this route. The main tarred roads are generally in good shape and don't have many potholes, but the dirt sections can be pretty bumpy and corrugated. The Northern Cape is also vast and incredibly remote. You can drive for hours without seeing another soul, so planning is key. Our rule of thumb is that you should fill up your tank whenever you see a station, and always carry extra water and supplies in case of a breakdown. Finally, this region is a land of extremes. Between November and March, temperatures frequently soar above 40 degrees Celsius or 104 degrees Fahrenheit, which can make hiking and driving quite intense. For the best experience, we recommend visiting during the shoulder seasons from April to October, when the temperatures are more comfortable for exploring the Kalahari's red dunes. And if you time it up for August or September, you'll see Namakwaland and West Coast National Park explode into a carpet of wildflowers. If you're traveling to South Africa and want to have the best experience, check out our comprehensive travel guide. After spending 6 months exploring the country across 3 different epic journeys, we've distilled every insider tip and breathtaking location into one interactive map. The guide offers curated itineraries and clickable markers featuring activity details, accommodation stats, and local viewpoints. To access it, simply scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description below the video. We'll catch you on the next adventure.